Well, in case you haven't noticed, this morning is all about faith and stories of faith. You see, and we haven't just picked people out of the Hall of Faith, out of Hebrews 11. You see, it's because of faith that Paul and Silas worshiped in prison. You see, it's because of faith that Elijah continued to pray. It is because of faith that Mary said, according to your word, let it be done. You see, faith is such a powerful thing, and it is only because of faith that even I stand here today. You see, and it is only because of faith there's another man in the Bible, Lazarus, was resurrected. And it wasn't his faith. You see, it was the faith of those that loved him and were around him. You see, tomorrow is the 7-year anniversary of a motorcycle wreck that I was in. Tomorrow, I celebrate 7 years of being resurrected. You see, I was in this motorcycle wreck, and it was horrific. And I was in a coma. And honestly, there is no medical reason that I should be standing up here today. That is humbling and amazing all at the same time. And let me be clear. It wasn't my faith that caused me to get resurrected. Okay? Right? Like, when you're dead, your faith doesn't really matter. Like, I can't pray for myself when I'm in a coma, okay? Lazarus couldn't pray for himself when he was dead and in a tomb. In John chapter 11, we read about the death and resurrection of Lazarus. You see, if you start at the beginning of the chapter, word is sent to Jesus while he's in Jerusalem that his friend Lazarus was sick. And Jesus, being the guy that he is, decided to wait a couple more days before going and visiting him. He told the disciples, hey, Lazarus is asleep. And they thought, well, that's great, he'll get better. But what he really meant, and he told them plainly, was Lazarus was dead. And I'm picking up in John chapter 11, verse 21, when Jesus shows up at Bethany, and it says, Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. But even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. And Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. And she said, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection of the last day. And Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. Whoever believes in me, whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said, yes, Lord, I believe this, that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who has come into the world. Let me be clear. In her anger about Jesus' delay, Martha showed faith because she knew darn well Jesus was capable of healing her brother Lazarus before he ever died. You see, before I got in this accident, my wife, my friends, my family, many people in this church believed that Jesus was a healer, that Jesus was full of resurrection power. But some were angry. What's interesting is that Mary said the same thing. She fell at her feet and said, Jesus, had you been here, my brother wouldn't have died. He says, I know. He asked to be taken to the tomb. And upon being taken to the tomb, he prays. And when he prays, after he prays, Lazarus, come out. My wife did the same thing. Day 5 of my coma. I coded. It's code blue. All the nurses came running in, and they began to do CPR on me. Pastor Natalie and Riley were downstairs in the maternity ward, and they heard the code blue and were praying for whoever it was. They didn't know it was me. This scripture flashed in my wife's head. And she said, Ryan John, get up. And like an amazing husband, I listened to my wife. and my heart came back. Jesus brought me back just like he brought Lazarus back. Not because of my faith, but because of the faith of others, because of the faith of my wife and my community around me.